What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. You guys, I have a quick video on Maurice Scott. I'm not even going to hold y'all. I'm just going to jump right into it. Some of you have reached out to me and asked me if this PSA that Maurice put out earlier today had anything to do with me. Am I the person who has a video or videos up about him and some criminal activity that he has partaken in? If I know anything about it and if he's sending that message out to me, the message being that I guess he's going to sue or, yeah, I guess bring litigation against whoever the content creator or creators are. What I can firmly say without any doubt is it has absolutely nothing to do with me. I don't. You guys know I rarely talk about Maurice and or Kimmy. They burn me out. They tire me. I find these kind of conversations, the stuff that he does, it's. I hope I don't offend anybody, but it's light-skinned behavior from a man, and I don't. It's just something I don't fool with. Okay, it's something I don't fool with. But listen. Last year, he did something similar, this chokehold thing that he does, rounding up YouTubers. He did something similar last year where right before the season started, he gave out an award of some sort, which was really crazy because he didn't give out an award. He just came on and verbally said, these are the people I like and these are the people I don't like. And I was in his don't like category, okay? But I forgot who he gave the quote unquote award to. It was literally just him verbally saying, this is someone I like. But everybody kept saying, oh my God, he put a curse on YouTubers. All the YouTubers are up in arms and at war with each other. He didn't do nothing. People gave that man way too much power, and we're giving him way too much power right now. Here's what y'all need to know. This little crazy PSA, let me put this up here. This little crazy PSA that Maurice has put up. If there's someone on YouTube that he has a problem with, he doesn't like the content, he can shoot them over a letter, an email. So he could put something in their comments to say, this is a video I don't fool with, or I don't like, and his reasons why. And I'm sure they would probably, review it, take the video down. He could, submit it to YouTube, directly to YouTube and say that this is an issue for me and have it taken down. What he's instead doing is making sure that everybody gets the information. Everybody gets the information and talk about it. And everybody's questioning now, who is the person and all that stuff, when really we all talk about Maurice on some level because he's a part of a show, right? He's a part of a show where he's not necessarily well liked by all, right? So he is talked about on some level. He's a public figure. But he's getting people all riled up for absolutely nothing. And he's making this threat of, you have 10 days. He said, you have 10 days to take the content down without sharing specifically what the content is. He gave some descriptions that it has to do with tying him with criminal activity. And listen, I've heard these conversations online, like everybody else, about Maurice and some activities, but they've been going on for a long time. It's not like recent, as far as I know. I mean, there's been recent stuff that's dropped for sure. There's been things that's dropped about taxes and some other things, but I feel like the conversations about Maurice and, other things he may be partaking in, I feel like that conversation's been going on for all year, not just recently, literally all year. So that is why I'm really confused. So I feel like right now it is just one of those blanketed threats, and then everybody is supposed to, I guess, jump and ask how high. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that I'm going to play just a tidbit of, because when you have situations like that, y'all know people can sue for defamation and things like that. That's real. And everybody always points to the Cardi B thing, Tasha K, Cardi B. And we know that that went to court. And one of the things that Cardi B had to do is prove that what Tasha K was actually saying was a lie. She had the burden of proving that what she said was a lie. And Tasha had the burden, if that's what it was called, to prove that what she had accused her of or things that she said was the truth. Because at the end of the day, Cardi B's celebrity is so big that people say things about her all the time that may or may not be true. So what did this woman say specifically that was a lie? And this is the biggest part. And how did what she say cause you harm? And so Cardi B proved that she caused her harm because she went through an emotional and mental distress. She said something like, I had a baby, and because she had accused me of having an STD, I had watched her video so many times and heard her repeating it so many times that even though I knew it wasn't true, I all of a sudden believed it to be true. So much so that I had to go to a psychiatrist and do counseling. And she said she was afraid to hold her baby and kiss her baby, care for her child. And that jury actually believed it. And that's why she had, that huge reward and damages, because that's what they said she deserved. So here's what I'm saying. We know that people put out information on Love and Marriage Huntsville all of the time, right? All of the time. And some of it may be a hit, some of it may be a miss. And for the information that's a miss, if it's going to, not even disrupt, if it's a problem for Maurice, then he has to show how it has brought harm to his life. And so he's giving 10 days to everyone, whomever this person is, or everyone, to remove content that sounds like he's threatening to say may have caused harm to his life, be it his reputation, or it sounds like he's laying some of the casework. And this is what I want you guys to hear. So hold on, let me see if I can fast forward to this part.
Hey, good afternoon. Other jurisdictions. Criminal enterprise puts not just me at danger.
Here we go.
Or extremely, extremely dangerous. Attaching my person to that criminal enterprise puts not just me at danger, because there may be other people that were involved that think that now I'm that target. So it's not just me that you might put in danger. You might also put my family in danger. So this is something that's very, very serious to me. Even further, I normally don't get on social media and go back and forth with bloggers or try to correct narratives or whatever. But sometimes when, we can't separate reality from reality television and lines that get crossed, then I'll actually step in and address this. So in closing, I'm very, very proud of my reputation. And I spoke to Carlos King earlier today, and you know what? Carlos said, maybe before you just actively just sue them, how about you give them an opportunity to retract their statement? And I'm going to go even one further, right? Because that's actually a good idea. Being in this business for as long as Carlos has been in the business, he's seen all kinds of, stories and narratives and everything else. But I'm going to go one further and give you an opportunity to retract. And I want a public apology for those two situations. Anyone that's speaking negatively about those two situations, I'll give you 10 days. Take the stuff down, and I want a public apology behind it. Because
okay, so I'm going to pause it right there. So he said it's two situations that he wants rectified. Number one is anything that has him attached to whatever this criminal behavior situation happens to be. Again, I did not report on anything like this, so I'm not familiar with all the ins and outs. But what I can say is, what it sounds like he's saying is there is a threat of harm that could come his way or his family's way because of the content. So he's laying that foundation that there is a fear of harm to himself or to his family because now he has been mistakenly attached to it. And if this is a actual criminal enterprise and someone is out there still looking for these people, quote unquote, these people, that you've now given them a face to attach it to. Like, oh, this is the person the YouTubers have found, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then he said it's two situations. So the second situation being that he says he has a pretty clean reputation, that period. He said, my reputation is clean, never had any problems with anything in regards to law, except I guess he said a parking ticket or a citation. So those two things is what needs to be corrected, and not just corrected, but so removing the videos, and then also he wants a public apology. Um, hmm. So that is where things get a little murky. And the reason being is because what? I already shared with you guys that Maurice doesn't have the best, he doesn't have the best reputation with any of the bloggers or content creators who do Love and Marriage Huntsville content. So it's trying to figure out what the hell he's actually saying, because he's not really giving you, outside of the criminal part, he's not giving you a whole lot on the what could be considered muddying his reputation part. So that's what I find a little funny, because this could be anybody. This could be Claudia from Fox Soul. Y'all remember she had a whole interview with them, and I believe it was Funky Dineva and Claudia and Al. They had a whole lot to say that may not have been, the best in regards to his reputation. So who exactly is he talking to is the question. We don't know. I don't believe he's talking to me because I could care less. I don't do a whole lot of Maurice Scott anything. And I'll just say that I don't do a whole lot of Maurice Scott anything unless it's on the show. Or, I did talk about him when he did that the Fox Soul thing, because again, he had made himself a part of the internet. He had that conversation with Portia Williams, or Gubadia now, baby daddy, Dennis McKinley. So he was a part of the big part of social media, and that's usually what I will discuss when he becomes a big part of the social media, which is perfectly acceptable for anyone that is a content creator. Those things are perfectly acceptable. And I do believe that most content creators have dotted their I's and crossed their T's when it comes to him or them anyway. But anywho, I just wanted to come on and just let y'all know it's not me. It's not me. But I appreciate y'all for reaching out and asking. I actually saw this like earlier today, and I completely ignored it because I didn't think anything about it after I saw it. And then it wasn't until I got a message saying, hey girl, is this you? I was like, you kidding, right? So I figured if one person asks, then there's probably a lot of people asking. So no, you guys have nothing to worry about when it comes to me. But I appreciate every single one of y'all anyway, okay? I'm going to have a live up tomorrow for our Married to Medicine, y'all. We got some gems to talk about tomorrow, okay? But hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, share the video, and I will talk to you all on the next one.